You're welcome back to Channel Sport this morning, and we're still talking about athletics, and we're trying to, ascertain the ideal time, the ideal rest time in between races, especially when you're doing the sprint. And Joy, Udo-Gabriel, she's on the hot seat. And what do you make of all this? And you personally, how long do you take to rest and recover fully in between races?
Well, for me, I just feel like an hour and a half would do.
Decent.
Yes, for recovery.
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
That's
40 minutes.
I said, if I'm an athlete, to give me an hour, I'm not going to run. Because I'm saying, because at the end of the day, this season is just starting. You talked about the fact that, Shaya, this is his first race of the season. You don't even need to run faster time at this time because of what's going to happen later. Now, if you and you return like 10.31 seconds in the
in the heat.
Then in the heat, then the other one was
10.4
in the semis. And that's a remarkable time, very decent starting the season. And you're not giving an athlete like that 40 minutes to recover, to run a final.
It's dicey.
Yeah.
Why do they have to do that? Why do you think they have to do that, like choking everything together?
Well, probably because of, timing of events, more or less,
They lost the day already, remember?
Not really,
no.
Not really.
It started
because,
earlier than expected.
Okay.
Yeah, competition was still 3 days, right? Wednesday to Friday. So I think there was still, the heats were run on the first day, on Wednesday, semis and final on Thursday.
Right.
So I don't think things were choked as such.
Yeah, so obviously you think the technical departments of the AFN should know better than a lot of us in terms of these kind of situations.
Yeah, probably the kind of things to work on,
Really?
Okay, subsequently.
Going forward.
Because we've attended several trials. We've never seen that kind of time. We've seen maybe semis in the morning.
As well.
No, we're not talking about international. Let's talk about AFN now.
Nigeria.
Talking about Nigeria now.
Right.
We've attended several trials. Even normal golden meets and all that. We've seen the way it's done. Usually don't have such short time. Sometimes they have maybe in the morning they have the semis, and later in the evening, when that cool evening from 4, 5, they have the finals. That's what we've seen. So I'm like, why did this have to happen? And it's not like it's in other states. It's in Abuja where the weather can be very hot.
That's it for that one. Before we just round it all off, the IAAF World Indoors is just upon us, and Tobiloba Amushon will be headlining Nigeria's team to Birmingham. What are your expectations? How high are they for these indoors? And that's the Team Nigeria going to Birmingham for the World Indoors. And Tobiloba Amushon, like I said, the hodler is at a decent 2018. Will be headlining that list. We also have Chukwuebuka Enekachi, that's the shot put, Chidi Okeze, you have Patience Okon-George, the veteran, and Lindsay Lindley. From all these guys on the list, where realistically will medals come from?
Talking about high expectations, I'm not sure, this will be the time to have high expectations. It's just good for them to go compete, and let's see what they can do prior to the Commonwealth Games. Like we all agree, this is early in the season, but they've done well for themselves, so far this season. Toby is number 8 on the world rankings this year. Chukwuebuka is number 12 in the world, and a couple of others like that. Yeah, so we just want to see how fast they can go, and then you can see, what shape they are in, prior to the Commonwealth Games. I think for me, the World Indoors should be used as preparation for the Commonwealth Games, since that seems to be like our biggest competition, this year. That's where we're eyeing, that's where we're setting our sights. We're hoping for a lot from the Commonwealth Games. So I think the World Indoors will just be used to assess their performance and where they are, ahead of the Commonwealth Games. Because if you look at it, a lot of countries are not even sending many people. South Africa, for example, is sending like a team of just 6. Ethiopia, their team is not up to 10. I think it's only the US, for example, that's coming as usual. They'll come with many people, and then the UK. But every other person, I think they're just being careful, and just a few people competing at the World Indoors.
4x4?
The 4x4, we have Patience, Yinka Ajayi, Glory Nathaniel, and Emerald Egwim. So I think that should be a good chance. But we also remember that some of these athletes are running indoors for the first time, you know, aside maybe patience.
Right.
So they will need to be put through, you know.
Yeah, there's a bit of difference between indoors
exactly,
and outdoors,
the indoors and outdoors. So, I mean, they should just try as much as possible to put them through ahead of the relays, you know.
Okay.
Our women 4x4 relay team has been the most consistent in like 3 years, 4 years. You know, they've been very consistent.
Okay.
So, yeah, it would be good to see what they placed there. But again, ultimately, I feel the goal should be working towards the Commonwealth Games.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for coming. Last word before we go, Joy, your targets for the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, my targets would be to run a personal best.
Right. Straightforward.
Yeah, and do my best.
Do your best, personal best. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Wish you all the best with that, Joy. Ayemi, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, it's been great being here.
Appreciate it. We need to go on a short time out now. We'll come back. We'll continue our discussions on Channel Sport this morning. We'll be talking about Neymar is out for this foreseeable future.